So then I
And we are
stopped
live.
with his mints.
Yep. Hang on, Angry. We are live, and as always, we start our hangout with, when you're present, that is, with a very rude and insulting comment from you. So please go ahead, Angry.
Something from my personal life today. I work in a shop. In this shop, people come in and buy things. When people piss me off and come into the shop, generally they have the balls to come up to me, talk to me, and fuck off on their business. Today, two people I used to call my best friends came in, saw me, shit bricks, and ran out. I'm not that intimidating a guy in person. I mean, yes, I'm always carrying a 6-foot sword, but, you know, that's just me. It's who I am. I find it hilarious that people are so fucking cowardly that they don't have the balls to come to me in a place where I actually can't swear or risk losing my job. So, in essence, if you have the balls to stab someone in the back and piss them off thoroughly, have the balls to deal with them afterwards. You fuck-mothering, whoremongering, donkey-raping, child-molesting, shit-eating, son of a bitch bastard, cowardly cunts.
That's got to be hell working somewhere you can't cuss.
I'm surprised that your work has a policy against cursing, but doesn't have a policy against, you know, a fucking sword.
Well, they don't know about the sword.
Oh, I see. Well, moving on. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, because this is the 2015 Dumbfuck of the Year, where we bring you the Dumbfuck of the Year. And as you may have noticed, my channel was down temporarily during the midst of that because I guess some people got butthurt over it. But let me give you a brief synopsis of what exactly happened. I made a video that states exactly what Dumbfuck of the Year is all about. It's about nominating the Dumbfuck of the Year. And after I made that video, I posted 10 videos, one representing each nominee, so that the like button could be their votes. You know what I'm saying? The actual intro video to Dumbfuck of the Year, I guess, got flagged to shit. And as a result, my entire channel went down, which over one video doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I recently got my channel back, but that video was still back up along with my channel, so something didn't jive right, and now that video went down 30 minutes after the fact. So I don't know what the fuck is going on, but one thing is clear. People were royally butthurt over the 2015 Dumbfuck of the Year award. And I'm just going to say this right now to the people who were butthurt, to the people who flagged my channel, go fuck yourself. The awards are still happening, they're still continuing, and you want to know something? It's completed. We have a 2015 Dumbfuck of the Year, but we're going to first go down the entire list in excruciating detail on why each individual was nominated for Dumbfuck of the Year, and there's not a goddamn fucking thing you can do about it. Fuck you, suck a dick, rape a dog.
Well, Redline, if I can jump in for a second, you see the mature answer to Dumbfuck of the Year award and feeling butthurt over it is to make your own fucking list to counter it.
There you go.
Yeah, quick point. Can we say that it's the list for 2014 instead of 2015? Because
No, because the award is given in 2015 because of shit they do in 2014.
No, that irritates me when people do it. Just say it's the list for 2014 and
No,
looking
fuck
back.
you.
No,
Yeah,
fuck you. Fuck you. It's the list for 2014 because we know.
Okay, how about this? How about I say the Dumbfuck of the Year for 2014/15, then we'll go to 15/16 and so forth.
No. Actually,
Compromise.
Wait. I got to point this out, Pumpkin. Now, here's the thing: is if you nominate them for the 2015 Dumbfuck of the Year, then they have a whole year to go around saying, "I'm Dumbfuck of the Year" and being proud of it and patting themselves on the back. We want to take that away from them. Do I have a point?
Shadow has a point there.
I think you have a point.
There we
go. So the 2015 Dumbfuck of the Year, we have it, thanks to your guys' votes. And so we're going to go down the list, going from last place to first, and we're going to basically discuss why we think these individuals deserve it so much. So I'm going to go with the very top of the list, dead last place, unfortunately, because he deserved to do so much better. In 10th place, with 11 votes, is Matt Bell. Now Matt Bell is
Wow.
an individual that was nominated for Dumbfuck of the Year because he thinks that if you have not heard every single fucking argument for the existence of God, that you have no valid reason to be an atheist. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. He got even the basics wrong, like, oh, I don't know. How about the fact that the burden of proof rests with the person making the claim? The reason we're atheists, you dumb fuck, is because we haven't heard any arguments that validates the claim that God exists. To add to that, we don't need to do your fucking homework for you. That's like saying because you have not heard every single argument for the existence of farting pink unicorns, therefore you have no reason to be an atheist of farting pink unicorns. He also said, and this is a fucking quote, that atheism is potentially dangerous to society. If I remember correctly, atheists don't go around bombing abortion clinics. Atheists don't go around shooting people over cartoons. Atheists don't go around bombing marathon events. Atheists don't rejoice over human tragedies like the Westboro Baptist Church. And yet he says that the world would be better off without atheism. That is indeed one of the most stupidest things I have ever read, and that's why you were nominated for Dumbfuck of the Year. Unfortunately, Matt Bell, you came in dead last with only 11 votes, but better luck next year, you fucking piece of shit.
But on the flip side, though, it is worthy of note that he also claims that if you are religious and you haven't gotten to your position by sound philosophy, that you have no reason to be religious. So even if there was a God and it came down to you personally and said, hey, how you doing? I came down to introduce myself. You believe in me now, right? Great. Nope, nope, nope. Not a valid reason because it must be through the philosophical method.
So let me get this straight. If you haven't heard every fucking argument for the existence of God, you have no reason to be an atheist. But if God came down and said hi to you, that wouldn't be a good enough reason to be a theist.
Nope, has to be through the through philosophical argumentation that you must come to this decision. Otherwise, you have no valid reason to believe.
Redline, to be fair, he says you're agnostic at that point. He believes in agnostics, and that's it.
He can
Oh,
believe
how
whatever the fuck I
fucking
want.
merciful of him.
No, that's
Praise
bullshit.
be to the mighty foe.
He might have said that, but at the same point, he argued with me over my agnostic position, claiming that since I wasn't following every part of theological non-cognitivism, I clearly wasn't agnostic. I was agnostic-ish.
Right.
Can't fucking even pronounce that. Agnostic or something.
By the way, where do deists falls in all this? Then I mean, I hear theist and I hear atheist, but not deist.
Deists
I don't know,
don't exist. They're like ginger people.
Matt Bell's the type of person that he won't argue with you unless you accept his definitions of everything, and in that case, you run into a huge clusterfuck of semantical bullshit.
Oh, pretty much. I mean, I got in an argument with him at one point that I sat there, explained my viewpoint, and he was arguing, and 3 different people came in and rephrased what I said, and he said, oh, I agree with that. And they said, well, that's what heathen's saying. And he said, but I disagree with heathens.
What? I mean...
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay, so here's the thing. I want to know why people didn't vote this guy higher, because, again, he only got 11 votes. So, apparently, I'm just gonna have to say better luck next year, Matt, but you fucking deserve more. In the last hangout I had before I did this whole Dumbfuck of the Year thing, we were having a hangout with him, and he expected me to be a mind reader and automatically accept his definition of, quote, supernatural.
Well, actually, Redline, I think I can explain the low vote count. I think it might have something to do with people admiring the labial flaps on his forehead.
I'm actually curious. There has been talk of, building new airports and expanding Heathrow and that sort of thing. Couldn't they just get him to lie down in a field?
You want to know something? That's something that Cy 10 has to make into a cartoon. Just using his forehead as a fucking runway.
Redline, can I just point you towards the sledgehammer?
Yeah, exactly. My thing is that even though Matt Bell got 11 votes, and I should say only got 11 votes, I still think he deserves more. He deserves a lot more. You people, the people viewing this right now, all 18 of you, you have failed Matt Bell. If he is nominated for Dumbfuck of the Year next year, I highly recommend you give him a little bit more credit for his dumbfuckingness.
Redline, you have to keep in mind though, you don't know if it was because maybe there wasn't enough outlets that talked about him. He needed more public attention. Because I mean, a lot of the other people on this list kinda had their stupidity more shared, so to speak.
And his is mostly in private hangouts.
Exactly. I also want to draw attention to the fact that, I don't think this was last year, or maybe it was last year, where he said that it would be perfectly okay to like fucking kill me by tossing me in a volcano, and yet he says that atheism is the black mark on society.
I thought that was someone else.
Yeah, just to clarify what you said earlier, Red, atheists might be doing some of that stuff, but none of them are doing it in the name of atheism.
Yeah,
Not a
exactly.
single one.
I think we may have. He is the bottom of the list. Maybe we spent enough time on this gentleman. So let's move on to somebody that does not look like they've been literally repeatedly fucked.
Can I just mention something? The thing that makes me chuckle about it with is, you've got to look at all of them. Has he looked at all of them, or has he just gone for the one that he was indoctrinated with?
No, he claims he's looked at all of them.
Yeah, he claims he's looked at all of them.
No gods.
Yeah, but I can pretty much guarantee he hasn't heard every argument for the existence of pink unicorns that fart rainbows. So therefore, he has no reason to be an atheist of pink unicorns that fart rainbows. That's his fucking logic.
And the other thing that's worth pointing out, I've got this picture which I think is quite appropriate. I don't know if you can see that, but I think that's quite funny.
Let's see this thing.
Yeah, I saw that.
Damn good.
All right, militant Islamist, militant Christianist, militant atheist. Yep, basically strapping bombs to himself, shooting up an abortion clinic, and all we're doing is, pretty much
Drinking beer.
Drinking beer.
No. We criticize religions. That's worse than everything else.
Oh yeah, we criticize. That's the thing. So I really don't know what his fucking deal is with this bullshit by saying, oh, atheists are the black marks of society. Matt Bell, get your fucking head out of your ass. This is why you were nominated to begin with.
Next.
We have Fiona. So Fiona, before we continue on to someone whose forehead doesn't look like an airport runway, do you have anything to say in regards to Matt Bell?
Don't forget it, you're muted.
This would also be a good time for a mic check.
Matthew Bell, no one understands a word you say.
That should actually be a theme song for him.
It was.
Satan atheist.
Satan did
I
it.
don't love the fucker.
There we go. All right, Fiona, are you there? Speak to me, girl.
Unmute.
Can someone tell her that she's mute?
Yeah, I've unmuted. I'm rolling a cigarette. I didn't want to rustle at you.
Anything to say on Matt Bell before we move on?
Well, I had an encounter with him tonight, and he was just the usual.
Yeah, it was.
Derail.
Yep, exactly.
But I'm surprised he was as low down the list, I must admit.
Yeah, I was surprised he only got 11 votes. I was like, what the fuck?
So did he come in with his usual calamity to interrupt everything?
No, he came.
What's his version?
The column?
The Leibnizian.
The Leibnizium?
No, it's the column.
Yeah, the column.
The column.
Cosmological argument.
Is that fucking cosmological argument, mate?
Okay, next.
Yep, next. All right, guys. So that was number 10, and dead last was Matt Bell. We move on to 9th place.
We fly from Matt Bell's forehead.
Yeah, we take off of Matt Bell's forehead, and we land in the lawn of Tommy Hall. Tommy Hall was nominated for Dumbfuck of the Year because he actually said that mowing lawns was contributing more to humanity than the scientific research being done by Sam, a.k.a. It's Rothy Time. Let's take a moment and let that sink in. Not only that, but Tommy makes the same mistake that many creationists do in thinking that he knows his shit enough to argue with someone who has a master's and going in for his PhD in the field of science he's actually bitching about. Could it get any worse? Yes, it can. Tommy has repeatedly asked for links that show that macroevolution indeed occurred, and after posting a link that had over 29 proofs that would require over a week of reading, Tommy refused to read the material that was requested and he still thinks his position was built on a solid foundation. Tommy, because of that, you were nominated for Dumbfuck of the Year. You came in 9th with 24 votes. You didn't come in last at least, so congrats for that.
And let's not forget...
Tommy and Man are the two people that I have to sit on my hands when I watch their videos, otherwise I give myself concussion from the face palming.
And please, let's not forget the honorable mention of weird shit that he said pertaining to things like anti-vax, climate change denial, and the links he provides for each disprove the points he's making. And what was that other one? Let me see now. He's claimed that taking the right vitamins cures diabetes.
Taking the right vitamins cures diabetes.
And most ailments, for that matter.
And you
Yeah, I would
yourself
actually.
into wings.
I'd just like to say something. Not only did he say his career mowing lawns is more important than Sam's research, but more important than all research done by people in Sam's particular field.
Scientists, yes.
Yeah.
Which I find hilarious because would I like to have a cure for cancer in my lifetime? Or have a tidy garden? Cancer?
Well, you know, if those gardens happen to be on supermodels, maybe.
No, if I want to fix my garden, I'll just burn it.
Oh, no. I'm talking a different kind of garden.
Do a rock garden.
Ah,
No,
yes.
no, different kind of garden.
I didn't hear the kind of garden you mentioned, so...
Trimming the verge, you know? Anyway.
Well, I just want to say, Fiona, how dare you? How dare you get a PhD? Why couldn't you have just mowed lawns?
Yeah, it's so much more useful to society.
Well, actually, now that you mention it, I mean, I'm into gardening, and I've got a real fetish about lawns. Does that help at all?
So what you're saying is, you can garden and you have a PhD.
Yeah.
Wow.
I also have I have no lawnmower, so I use 2 horses at the moment.
See, it uses an intelligence to do your garden. Bam.
Yeah,
There you go. And
Yeah.
and look at that. It eats grass, so cutting the grass, and spreads fertilizer.
Wait, does this
Yeah.
mean that your lawn is intelligently mowed?
Well,
Yes.
I think you could add a bit more. That the IQ of the horses is probably greater than the IQ of the other person we were talking about doing
Yeah,
mowing.
Tommy Hall.
I think you're being generous by saying horses. The IQ of
Yeah.
a horse. Probably the stupider of the two. The one that just walks up to the fence, latches his gums, and sucks a lot.
Oh, wait, but horses can't... Oh, never mind. Tommy can't read either, apparently.
Yeah, because it wouldn't matter because Tommy refuses to click on the links that I provided. Keep in mind he posted a video towards Sam, basically asking for evidence, and this revolved around macroevolution. Now I found a link that had 29 sublinks, which went over 29 proofs for macroevolution. Now I looked at the material. It was extensive. I mean, this shit would have taken maybe a couple weeks to get all the way through. So this was more than enough material for Tommy to read. But Tommy didn't even click on the link and instead still claimed that he wasn't given any evidence. I'm like, Dumbfuck, it's right there in your own video. He didn't click on it.
The thing to remember about Tommy is he is a perfect example of willful ignorance.
Yes, exactly.
Spend all day talking to him, and he will just refuse to look at it because he wants to be stupid.
He wants to be stupid. He wants to be ignorant. He doesn't want to learn. And what another reason why he was nominated for Dumbfuck of the Year is by actually thinking that no one would fucking notice.
Sorry.
I think we should stop calling him Tommy and start calling him Waterboy because he's uneducated, he drives a lawnmower, and, well, he's an idiot. So,
Yeah, exactly.
hey, Waterboy.
And the other one is...
Sorry.
Did you see his songs? He did one to Ozzy, and it's like
Oh, yeah.
scary.
It's scary. I'll have to watch it.
I love you, Ozzy.
By the way,
Yeah,
has something did his, can you say did his stupidity about homosexuality and all the bullshit he's talking about that have no effect on his position here? You think?
Well, if Tommy's science is as good as his songwriting, or his songwriting is as good as his science, then oh fuck yeah. But now actually we have Prudent in here. So Prudent, anything to add on Tommy Hall?
Nah, I'd rather not talk about Tommy Hall.
Well, you're kind of required to, because
All right, well,
he was nominated for Dumbfuck of the Year, and he was in 9th place with 24 votes, and we're going through each of these one at a time.
Yeah, so
who got 10? Matt Bell.
Yeah, Matt Bell came in dead last with 11, and now we're on number 9, Tommy Hall, 24 votes. So, any stories you want to share with your experiences with
No calculator jokes.
No. Yeah, with Tommy Hall, yeah. I did have a long back and forth with him in comment sections that lasted for pretty much a day and a half long. It was under a comment Ozzy had made. And I kept trying to get, I kept getting him to say, look, you want to be taken seriously, you have to give me a credible source, and instead of these bullshit, popular science articles that are only 1 or 2 paragraphs long. I kept trying to get him to give me a credible source. After a while, he said he didn't have to because, hey, guess what? Science is just BS anyway.
Okay, that clinches it. So, Tommy, science is just BS anyway, so that means you don't have to give credible sources. Apparently, you don't fucking know what science is that actually makes it credible, and you don't even know what a credible source is.
Also,
Like
Tommy,
a peer review source.
you really don't like science. Just keep one thing in mind. Science is the reason you have a lawnmower.
Science is the reason you have an internet connection.
No, I think we should...
He believes in engineering, not science. that all the inventions are from engineering, and science has nothing to do with it.
Yeah, he separates technology and science.
Yeah, the combustion engine has no science in it whatsoever.
Science.
Yay for retardation? The fuck?
Yeah, it got bad for Tommy. Tommy, once again, I understand that some people have to come in 9th, but I did not expect you to come in 9th. I expected to be a little bit higher on the totem pole here, but you managed 24 votes, which is double what Matt Bell had, so congratulations at least on that aspect. So with that, we're going to have to move on. Now, I actually did not see this coming. I did not see this coming for a guy in 8th fucking place. This guy was definitely supposed to be in at least the top 5. But unfortunately, he's going to be number 8 here. It's going to be Veckel. Now, Veckel was nominated for Dumbfuck of the Year because he has continuously supported the fucked up actions of God, yet gets disgusted if a person would be able to do the exact same thing. Veckel has supported slavery, babies getting raped, eternal punishment for finite crime like insulting someone's ego, and supporting bigotry so long as they are committed by God. Yet if we give the hypothetical that if a person does the exact same thing, he condemns it, he's disgusted by it, he, however, cannot see, for whatever fucking reason, that he is promoting a double fucking standard when it comes to morality. For that, Veckel, and for that alone, you have been nominated for Dumbfuck of the Year. You came in 8th with 25 votes.
Yeah. I think Veckel's the kind of person that really sickens me because of the God can do no wrong. Even if some of the most abhorrent things. And the one that offended me the most was one where he and G-Man are sort of talking about slavery. And the fact that they're black guys, they were basically stepping and pissing all over the graves of their ancestors and everything they fought and lived and died for.
Yeah, wasn't that the House N-word phase that the beautiful reality was springing on him? Yeah, calling him that. That really struck a nerve with him, and then he had the gall to call them racist.
Yeah, to be honest though, Veckel does pull the race card a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Out of all of them, he's the one that pulls the racist card often.
However, the term for Veckel, I believe, is Veckel.
Anyway, what was that, Shadow? Can you repeat that?
I think the term is House Veckel. I think that's what you're looking for.
Yeah,
His own category with this.
I think it's safe to say that the reason Veckel plays the race card is because his deck is made up entirely of the race card because he can't form a coherent fucking thought.
What gets me about that entire thing is I went out there, I found a page with the 613 laws, I went through them all, I tried to explain it to them, They didn't listen. I sent them the link to it 3 different times. They didn't listen. I sent them a link to the portion of the page just that has the lecture so they could simply listen to it. They didn't pay attention. I grabbed the lecture, put a slide to it, put it on my channel, and said, please fucking watch this. They wouldn't listen. I wanted to do a hangout that the retard was in and explained it to him in excruciating detail and told him that using this, it negates the whole argument about slavery in the Bible being legal once you put it in the proper cultural context and explain how it actually worked. That both sides were wrong. And he still kept with the same stupid losing fucking argument. This is dumb.
Yeah, well, keep in mind, this is a guy that supports G-Man's answered prayer argument. He still to this day hasn't said, all right, you know what, G-Man, this is actually a really bad fucking argument. He will fucking nut hug off of that shit. It doesn't fucking matter.
Back in the day when I used to constantly get invited into Phelps' stupid frickin' Skype calls, I'd go in there and I'd be like, heathens, tell G-Man why he's wrong, and I had it at one point down to like a 10-second sound bite.
Oh wow, I gotta get that sound bite off of you.
I think
It's been so long.
I think I could do a tell G-Man why he's wrong. I can do that in 2 seconds. He opened his mouth.
Yeah. Although I will say this, the best example of Veckel's failings has to be on Scholar Fiction's channel when it talks about babies getting raped. That was disturbing, to say the least.
That's bad even for my fucked up mind.
I mean, you fucked up really bad when you can make Angry Pumpkin quiver.
Oh, I wouldn't go as far as quiver, but think to myself, what the fuck? Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be a special kind of dumb fuck and blind as a fucking, well, I guess not as a bat because bats can see. You have to be as blind as a blind person, I guess.
Blind as a mole.
Blind as a mole. To basically support actions of an individual, even if that individual is, the fucking god of, creator of the fucking universe and thing. And then when that same exact action is committed by a different person, you flip shit. How fucking retarded do you have to be?
Very.
I don't get it. I just don't fucking get it.
Can I point one other thing out that surprised me? It happened, I think, just before New Year. It might have been after New Year, but I think it was just before. But it's an example. I know what people have other examples. I was in a hangout talking to Veckel and G-Man, and Veckel said that I was going outside the Bible. And about 5 minutes later, when I pointed out something and said, so I am not going outside the Bible as you claimed I was, he denied ever having said it.
Oh, jeez.
And it was others in the room said, yes, you did. And that's one of the things I have noticed that he has in common with his pal G-Man. They forget what they've said.
Whoa, there you go, Veckel. You reached a whole new level of retard when you forget what you fucking said.
Yeah.
All right. I'm done talking about this guy. And you want to know something? I don't care if you say I can't, validate it or I don't have a solid foundation for my morality. I think you're kind of fucked up, and you need to check yourself before you check others. Just throwing that out there.
Redline, will you be disappointed by the next one as well? Because you've been disappointed by all 3 so far in the rankings. Will the next one meet your expectations?
Probably not, but you know what? I could actually understand why he was placed here. I can, because the next guy on the list.
Before you do, is it just me, or do I look like a floating head?
No, you're above the box. Your shoulders are above it.
Yeah, the colours are rather close to each other.
Okay.
I'm like raw.
My bandwidth is turned off all the way down, so the colors aren't close enough. I can see the shirt.
No, I'm colorblind, and I can tell the difference, and I'm really, you would have to be extreme, gray and white or black and white colorblind to mix you up.
All right, moving on. So yeah, the next one was I can understand why they made this spot, because they really don't say anything of value, and people just laugh at them. But I will have to give it to this guy for one reason. There's only one reason the next guy was nominated for Dumbfuck of the year, and I'm gonna go ahead and explain that. Rand fucking Campbell. Rand Campbell was nominated for Dumbfuck of the Year for one reason. He actually thinks he's intimidating. Always going around threatening to slap atheists and beat people up and that kind of shit. Oh my god, as if it makes his argument valid. He recently went to a hangout with me and started going off his fucking rocker. He was screaming at people, telling people to shut the fuck up and to respect his authority. Rand, you're not intimidating. No one is scared of you. I mean, seriously, I could give less of a shit about your threats. You're nominated for Dumbfuck of the Year because you actually think you're intimidating, and you think by intimidating people, you can actually win an argument. You actually matched Veckel, surprisingly, with 25 votes.
I actually have a perfect example of this in a comment that he left for me some time ago, and I think it's awesome. It just makes me laugh so much. You know, I have you in between my fingers like a fly. I'm deciding whether to let you go. I think that's let, but anyway, or whether to squash you. It's interesting to own you in this way. I have options. What will I decide? Oh dear me! And I basically told him he was talking shit.
He is a power-tripping motherfucker, isn't he?
I would just like to say, the interactions I've had with Ron Campbell were fucking hilarious for the simple reason that when I talked to him and he tried the threatening tactics, I laughed and I laughed and I laughed. And eventually he said, "Why are you laughing so much?" My exact response was, "Motherfucker, I live in Northern Ireland. I get death threats every other day. It's how we say hello. Do you think I'm afraid of a fat fuck across an ocean with an internet connection?"
Holy fuck, that's great. The thing is that I don't think Rand Campbell could do jack shit, because one, I could possibly outrun that guy. He would probably collapse after 6 steps. And after he collapses, all you have to do is go to top rope and Chris Benoit that motherfucker. Boom!
It would be hilarious to meet Ron Campbell in person and have him try the threatening, because I'd still laugh in his face. Because, for the simple reason that I wouldn't even need to punch him, I just need to step back slowly and watch his heart explode.
Well, funnily enough, when Redline was having that one last week with him screaming and swearing at him, I'm thinking, how long is it going to be before the heart attack? It's just, it's a matter of seconds.
It's a matter of seconds. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. It's like a fucking bomb about ready to go off. It's like,
I can
you
just
guys
imagine.
did this. You guys did that. And what the fuck, Redline? What the fuck were you doing with Dumbfuck of the Year? What the fuck are you doing? I'm like, dude, take a breath.
I have a feeling that
I can just imagine it. I'll snap your back.
The only way that Ron Campbell could hurt any of us would be if, as his heart explodes, he fell on us. That's it. That's it. I know he's had
He wouldn't exactly have to fall on us. Just the shockwave alone would be lethal.
I'm gonna say the guy's had a rough life and he's been through the shit and obligatory blah.
He apparently was somebody's bitch in prison.
Yeah, I find it hilarious that he always says shit like, when I was younger, I would have broken people like you. Yeah, well, you're an old fat fuck now. You were sent to prison. You were made the bitch of someone whose name was probably Bubbles.
But that's the thing, though. He's not old. He's like 55 or something. He's not even retired. He looks like he's 70. Frightening. It's like Matthew Bell. It's the same story. Here's a guy that's actually not that old.
Yeah,
and he looks really old.
Matthew Bell was younger than me.
Bit of comparison there. Mowdy is about the same age as Matt Bell.
Wow.
Matt Bell's younger than me.
Wait.
Matt,
No, Matt Bell
Bell's actually younger than Mowdy.
Hang on. No, Matt Bell is 3 years older.
Is he older?
Yeah, he's old. He's 3 years older than me, and I think I might have a year on Mowdy. So.
Yeah, I can't imagine you or Mowdy in 3 years looking like that.
Wow.
I've actually just had a thought. I know there's a guy that comes in to where I work every day. He's 80 years of old. He is fucking hysterical for some of the shit he says. I could guarantee I would put my life's earnings on the fact that he could kick 7 shades of shit out of Ron Campbell without breaking a sweat.
Rand Campbell is not intimidating because many people know that if given the chance, you know, one, we would be able to outrun him, outmaneuver him, or his heart would fucking give out. But in that case, he would fall over and we would die from the shockwave. You know, it would be Hiroshima all over again. But Rand Campbell, you're not threatening. No one cares about your threats to slap all atheists. And well, who am I gonna slap today? I mean, dude, seriously. First of all,
on this one. I kind of like the guy. I think he's hilarious as trolls go.
He's hilarious as far as trolls go. He actually thinks he's entertaining, or not entertaining. He thinks he's threatening, and that in itself is entertaining.
He's an unintentional source of humor.
If you really want to piss him off in, you know, chats under videos or whatever, talk about him but not to him. Talk to other people about him but tag him in that comment. Oh, I drive him insane.
Oh, that okay. So there you go. For making it onto the list, at least we should all do that. We should all start a thread talking about him, tag him in it, and then just watch the fireworks. I think that's what we should do.
Well, yeah, but I mean, he likes the attention. I mean, he talks about himself in the third person. Who does that? Mental people.
Wait. I've actually just remembered something about Rand Campbell.
Well, hang on a second. I want to address what really quick address what Cliff Jumper just said. Now, Shadow Heathens does approve of this kind of behavior sometimes. You do it. Sorry, go ahead, Pumpkin.
I just want to say, I vaguely remember earlier this year being sent a link to a religion that Rand Campbell was setting up.
Ranism?
Ranism, that was what it was.
I got invited to that thing like 4 times. Declined every time.
No, not a religion. I actually did an interview with him talking about it. He set that up to piss off the Calvinists.
Yeah, well, it was actually funny though. See, I think Phantom Line is a piece of shit as much as the next guy, but a picture he made was quite funny and hilarious. It was a picture of some guy opening his asshole with the fist going in to mimic the Randism logo. That was
Super Gecko, wasn't it? Sorry, Super Joker that did that.
No. It was Phantom Line.
It was Phantom because he and I had a joke that the symbol looked a lot like a goatsy, so he just photoshopped it in there. And it was priceless.
It was funny as fuck, and people were like, "Oh my god, my eyes are melting." Yeah, there you go. I mean, and actually, Pruden actually said something about that was hilarious. It was like he actually came on one to my videos or one of my hangouts, and he said, "Have you heard about this Randism shit? Got invited to this fucking bullshit like 4 times or something like that." And Pruden, did you ever like accept the invitation? If so, why?
No. Fuck no.
There you go. So there you go.
The other thing is Shani is me, Shani for Christ. She's been referring to Ran as a cult. You know, the leader of a cult. And if you think about it, that Ranism thing is almost still in the background somewhere.
Rand wants to be like a mafia leader, and I saw his recent video to Shani as if he was naming off members of a fucking mob.
The problem is, why can't he go out in the David Koresh kind of way?
Yeah, I mean, Rand, you don't run a mob, you run a Jerry Springer show, and people watch you for the sheer entertainment value. No one takes you seriously. Stop pretending you're serious, because you're not. And everyone can see that.
Okay, let's move on. We're taking too long on this one.
Yeah. But he fucking deserved it, though. Okay, now, for number 6. I was actually surprised he only got 6th place. Very surprised, but then again, someone has to take number 6. Now, for number 6, the 6th place is the Golden Crocoduck winner of 2010, Nephilim Free. And Nephilim Free was nominated for Dumbfuck of the Year for, a shitload of reasons, actually. Here's the biggest reason, though, that Nephilim Free was nominated. The biggest reason was because he thought he outsmarted, and, quote, debunked Fiona. You have not debunked shit. Fiona had your nuts in a vice grip and you squealed as a result. I encourage everybody to go to Neff's video titled Nephilim Free Refutes a PhD Biologist in Debate and go to the 1 hour and 9 minute mark and you will see exactly why he was nominated. Neff, as a result of your catastrophic fail against Fiona, and among other things, you got 33 votes. So personally, I don't think it was enough, but don't worry, you still have the Golden Crocoduck Award from 2010, you fucking retard.
My nickname for him is Nephilim Freak.
I don't think he deserved a position higher than 6 because he has really put out there the most interesting argument for God that I've ever heard.
Really?
Oh yeah, he's claimed that you can experience God just like you experience mayonnaise. What you do is you go into your room and turn off the lights and sit there in silence, which leads me to wonder what the hell you're supposed to be doing with the mayonnaise.
Oh no! You didn't hear his account that Chaz took a clip from and made a whole video about his whole Jesus rape thing, where Jesus raped him.
Oh wow!
Gotta check that out. He goes through like 30 minutes explaining to me how his experience was, and Chaz took a clip. I mean, it sounds like
it sounds like rape.
I mean, like Jesus explodes inside of him.
Oh gosh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
it's got to be a parody.
No, it's not. He was telling me a story. I wasn't making fun of him or nothing. It was Chaz took that clip.
Can someone link that in the comments section, please? Can someone please link that?
I would. While we're on the topic of personal stories, my first interaction with Nephilim Free was just complete disbelief. I'd heard the stories, I'd seen the videos, I didn't believe he was that bad. I left the conversation with the line, okay, gotta go, and Nephilim, you lived up to everything I heard, and that's sad, and left. This was after he said to me, and I quote, oil is not a fossil fuel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Here's my favorite part, is that Nephilim Free was making the claim that Fiona didn't give a mechanism for evolution, and here she goes on a very, very thorough explanation giving Nephilim what he wants. He says, that's not a mechanism. I'm like, face to desk. Face to fucking desk.
Called goalpost shifting, and Nephilim Free sure as hell is a master at that.
No, I'm serious, guys. I want you, after this is done, of course, to go to Nephilim Free's video. It's titled Nephilim Free Refutes a PhD Biologist in Debates. Go to the 1 hour and 9 minute mark, and you'll see Fiona absolutely demolish that idiot. Just demolish him. I mean, Fiona, I have to ask, how did you keep your cool?
I've forgotten about that one.
Yeah. Am I the only one still pissed off about it?
There's a mental blockade. She doesn't want to go back. It's like
she doesn't want to go back.
Vietnam veteran.
I think it's because the one about the RNA and the amino acids.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Tends to outshine that one.
Yeah, I guess
because
it does.
That blew my mind.
Yeah, I mean, Nephilim Free, I don't want to spend too much time on you because honestly, you're not fucking worth it. Fiona had your nuts in the vice grip. She twisted them. I mean, you squealed as a result. You squealed like a little bitch.
One thing, Redline, what do you think the odds are that after this is done, the video you're talking about will only be 1 hour and 9 minutes long?
Yeah, of course.
I think we talked about this last night, though, Redline. There's a part of me that realizes that it is kind of sad for Neffy that he's pretty much dropped this low. I mean, he went from Golden Crocoduck winner to 6th place on a relatively smaller YouTube channel compared to Potholder 54. I mean,
relatively smaller. You mean a lot smaller?
Part of why that is because lately he's actually been holding hangouts again.
And he will speak to people who actually have less subscribers than him.
People have remembered how not worth talking to he is. He can't get a single atheist to go into the damn room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everyone knows that he's full of shit at this point. And go ahead.
There's one telling thing I saw, and it astounded me with the Nephilim Free one. I was in a hangout, and Ozzy was in there, and we're chatting nicely, and Nephilim turns up. And within moments of Nephilim start talking, Ozzy went mental. You know, normally you've got this quiet guy, and he's like an attack dog by comparison. That's the kind of person he is. He turns soft, nice, slightly a bit too talkative sometimes, Ozzy into an attack dog because he turns up. Because he knows the shenanigans he gets up to, and it's like, no, no.
He popped up. He popped up.
Never seen anything like it. It's
and Ozzy had to leave. Yeah, Ozzy CPR had to leave when he popped up in one of mine too, and ended up.
I mean, when you can make Ozzy flip shit, you are a special kind of fuckhead.
Yep.
I mean, it goes without saying, but nonetheless, we're going to be moving on because Nephilim Free, you still have the Golden Crocoduck Award from 2010. That's good enough from you. Congratulations on that. But moving on. Now, in number 5, the 5th place is MG42 Pillbox. This guy was nominated because he constantly fucks up understanding even the most simple of scientific rhetoric. It's so bad, in fact, that he doesn't even know a difference between pseudoscience and actual science. And if he's listening, he will be sure to post a comment down below that validates this 100%. He denies that we have an understanding on star formation, even though we've shown him the evidence. He has also said that the feathered dinosaur fossil found in Germany is not evidence of a transitional form, and the fossil as a whole is fake. He has said this to Jade, who can back me up on this. He has said that the Earth is not billions of years old. He has said that that dragons existed. And he thinks that evolutionary knowledge plays no role whatsoever in the medical field. Because of these fails worthy of many facepalms, you were nominated for Dumbfuck of the Year, and you received 35 votes. Congratulations, fuckhead.
My favorite one, that he said this a long time ago, but he also believes that you actually sit on your tailbone. What the fuck?
Oh, hang on, Fiona. Could you read the quote that you just put in the sidebar?
Oh, you not come across that one? Yes, in an argument or a discussion about the flood, Pillbox made the claim that the parts for Noah's Ark were made in these great big industrial plants. And out the back of these big industrial plants, there were like casinos and strip joints, a bit like Las Vegas, and it was with electricity.
What?
DAFUK.
Yeah, and I think it was in the same hangout they also claimed that the Tower of Babel was actually a Stargate.
Wow.
On behalf of everyone with an ounce of understanding, WT fuck?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I also hear that Pillbox, if I remember correctly, I think he also works in landscape, the same occupation Tommy Hall holds.
Okay,
And
note to self, don't ever get in landscaping. It's a job for the retards.
Maybe. Wait. No. I'm going to say two things. Weirdly enough, vaguely as a defense thing. He's a decent musician, but at the same point, in terms of the landscaping thing, maybe it's the chemicals.
Maybe it's the chemicals.
One little thing we need to keep in mind about Pillbox, he does have the whole Rand Campbell, I am intimidating, fear me sort of thing.
He does?
I've got 2 comments about Pillbox. I can't remember what the first one is. Oh well, I'll go with the second one. I had a very nice chat with him about airplanes and war machines and things like that, and you get him off the subject of religion and stuff, he's a really nice guy.
Yep.
You know, but
I love
the thing that worries me about it is this is a guy who only just found Jesus and fundamentalist Christianity, and he knows everything about the universe.
Of course, that's how that works, don't you know?
Yeah, of course. You all of a sudden get bombarded with like the best understanding. Oh, those silly scientists. And the thing is that he doesn't even understand science. He doesn't even understand what evolution is, and yet he's claiming that all science that doesn't automatically agree with him is therefore pseudoscience. He doesn't even know the fucking meaning of the term.
the Pillbox solution to the demarcation problem, everybody.
Yep. I'm all right, and I can guarantee you that if he's listening, he's going to post a comment. In fact, I challenge him. Tell me the difference between science and pseudoscience, and I guarantee you will validate what I just said 100%. Give me your best shot, fuckface.
Wait, one little thing. Two, actually. I got him confused with Lord Stephen Christ in terms of the intimidation thing. But the second thing is, every conversation I've had with Pillbox on Redline's channel and on other channels has ended in me either being muted or kicked because he infuriates me to such a degree that I just start fucking screaming and non-stop. I think the last time it was a solid 5 minutes of me just throwing swear words at the screen
Irish was foaming at the mouth.
and then literally slamming my head into my desk and nearly knocking myself out.
Just to end the pain. Just to end the pain.
Make the pain go away! Thump.
Captain Awesemo does an amazing impression of him.
Yeah, Captain Massimo does. He really does.
Yeah.
It was
The
dead
thing
on.
about it is, I'd only sort of seen him a couple of times before that parody, and for a good 20 minutes, I thought it was actually Pillbox.
Oh, right
Yeah.
on. He was dead on.
Oh yeah.
And so with that, MG42 Pillbox, you came in 5th place. With that, I say better luck next year.
Sorry, was he the first one who didn't surprise you then, Red, or?
Well, actually, the next one I have no surprises whatsoever. Because this guy actually, I would have placed in 4th place to begin with. I would have placed this guy in 4th. But Pillbox, I will say this much about him. Pillbox, you have everything you need to be Dumbfuck of the Year. You have it all. You have all the parts. You don't know jack shit. You claim that you know jack shit, and you're fucking nuts. So
You just
all you
need
need to
to
do is
train.
apply yourself. Just apply yourself, man. Do it. I have faith in you. And then you
Don't encourage
can
him.
be Dumbfuck of the Year, or maybe higher than 5th place.
We have to encourage him, otherwise we've nothing to bitch about for the next year.
Yeah, I think
Oh, I'm sure we will.
I'm sure we'll have plenty to bitch on about for the next year. There is so much more for them to talk about.
Yes,
Oh.
it's not going to end overnight. It's not going to end over the next year, trust me. He is so far gone that we're going to have hours, if not days, if not weeks of entertainment. And we will move on from there. Now, in 4th place, and again, I'm not surprised that this guy's in 4th place. I'm not surprised that he's 1, higher up on the list, and 2, that he got 4th place, because he doesn't come anywhere near the top 3, but he's higher than the rest of these guys. I will say that much. He is Arcane Logos. He was named, or nominated, I should say, for Dumbfuck of the Year because of his multiple conspiracy theories about 9/11. How do we know it was a plane? The Pentagon can't stop a jet. Building 7, the Twin Towers, free fall speed, and many more. After being debunked multiple times by me and most notably Angry Pumpkin, who was flipping shit about the stupid fucking nonsense he was saying. After being corrected, did he change? No, not at all. And who would expect him to change? After all, like a true dumb fuck, he thinks birds breathe out of their asshole. This is not a joke. He really said that birds inhale and then breathe out of their ass.
Yeah, like
That's not a joke. And then the most, hang on guys, hang on. The most funny one I can think of is that he thinks that the Ark of the Covenant was used as a power source, and that power was used to part the Red Sea and to vanquish enemies. We have fucking Indiana Arcane here.
But
This
let's
has
not
made
stop
fellow
there.
YouTuber
There's also
Epicurus
the power
laugh his ass off.
Don't forget the Mana Machine. The Mana Machine was in there with the Arc power source too. It powered
I
the
mean,
Mana.
think about this. Think about this. The YouTuber Epicurus was laughing his fucking ass off, and finally, I mean,
Redline, let's not stop there.
yeah, let's not stop there. He's also
It was used to power a global pre-flood civilization long before it appears in Scripture.
And finally, he is part of the most circular position of all. He's a presuppositionalist. Now, he has given many people the bends with laughter, and we laugh because you're fucking retarded. You were nominated for Dumbfuck of the Year, and you received 37 votes. You got 4th place. Congratulations.
Oh. He also is a very adamant young Earth creationist who just repeats the same old young Earth creationist arguments we've heard many times before.
Let's double back on this Ark of the Covenant thing. What was the fucking? I mean, what the fuck?
You know,
I don't-
me and Sokka were actually talking to him and our flat earther friend, and I was spouting some shit from Ancient Aliens, and all of a sudden Arcane started backing me up. I was spouting some shit about the Mana Machine and that power source, and Arcane just kind of took over the conversation and kept running with it.
Oh, wow.
It's the fact that, and he said it parted the sea for
Yep.
Moses
The Red
before
Sea.
it was made.
No,
And the
you're
box just happens to fit in an Egyptian pyramid. Now,
It doesn't fit in, even
Just
when you
let-
told it, it
just
didn't
let-
fit.
No, it
Just
fits
let this-
perfectly in the King's Chamber.
yeah, but just let this sink in. Why did Moses lead the people away? Because they were being persecuted? So, the bad guys, the enemy, they're going to make it in a perfect space to fit. What?
No. They stole the they stole the
Yeah.
power supply and ended up putting it in the Ark of the Covenant.
Yeah.
But they stole
Oh.
they stole the power supply with the Ark of the Covenant and ran like hell and said, "Haha, Pharaoh, we stole your power supply," and then it's never heard of again.
Yep.
The funny thing is that he made the claim that it was used to vanquish enemies, so can't he just say, "Huh, toot a bit, motherfucker"? Boom.
It's a primitive taser.
You know, he used microwave radiation kind of thing to shoot lasers out of that at people. The pyramid.
Fucking Superman, or basically all you do is turn the Ark of the Covenant towards your enemies, and you repeat the ancient words Kamehameha.
No,
It's-
no, that's wrong, man.
So what he's saying is it's boxes with laser beams.
Yeah, well, you go in the Bible and you read that people were losing their hair and their nails from getting close to it because of the radiation poisoning.
Yeah, radiation boiling. People were turning into the Incredible Hulk or Spider-Man and shit like that. That's where we got those from.
No,
Yeah.
they're losing their hair and their nails because they were watching videos with these people.
And they were ripping it out in fucking church. But
Yeah.
wait,
Is what
there's
happened.
more, because this dumb motherfucker doesn't know what vaporized on impact means.
Yeah, we
Show
showed him a video
what
of
it
that.
means, not once, not twice, not even 3 times, but at least a dozen times he is shown, it is explained to him, it is in minute detail, here's what's happened, bullet hits wall, bullet disintegrates, car hits brick, car disintegrates, plane hits building, plane disintegrates.
Oh, you wouldn't have even went into all that if you had our conversation, me and him and Chaz and someone else. 3 hours we talked to him about the difference between a noun and a verb, a doing word. I mean, we spent 3 hours and he still couldn't or wouldn't admit what they were at the end of it.
Well,
had
hang on. Here's the thing. Angry Pumpkin left something out of that. Logic hits Arcane. Logic disintegrates.
Yeah.
I've got the video
That's
ready to
good.
go.
That's good right there.
I still actually remember, I think during that conversation, it was the first time I met him, and it was the last time I talked to him, and thank fuck for that. Because when I left that hangout, sweet Jesus on a fucking pogo stick, the first thing I did was reach into my fucking stash, pull out a bottle of whiskey, and just drain the motherfucker. Just to calm down.
I had a 2-hour hangout I did. It was just one-on-one on his channel, and we talked about science and evolution. Oh my god, what the hell was I thinking going in there? The thing I don't like about Arcane is he really is dishonest to some degree. Like, he realizes that when he's made a mistake, his only way to combat that is to deliberately obstruct his opponent and stop them from
Oh, I
saying.
made a mistake. Oh, just run with it. Just run with it. Just run with it.
Yeah, it's like, it's hard to explain because it's basically he gets into an argument, realizes he's losing, doesn't think, wait, if I say, wait, you're right, I'll gain points. Instead he thinks, no, I have to save face, I'm a double down.
Yo.
Yes.
Because there's
when
no
you have
way
a-
that's going to backfire.
When you're full of people that have suddenly gone quiet and they're sitting there blinking at you, you've said something stupid.
I think his biggest screw up was that when he was in a chat with Alex Bottom, and he said that his final justification for knowledge is the Bible, and of course the priests they're not supposed to go there.
Yes.
They're supposed to obfuscate all that kind of stuff, but he went there, and
Uh-huh.
so Alex said to him, "Okay, could Satan get in the way between you reading the pages on the book and you getting the understanding in your brain? And he said yes.
Oh.
So he blew his whole argument away. And
Yeah.
of course, the whole precept argument that effectively he has Saitenbruggenkate's hand up his arse like a puppet.
No, he just likes fisting.
It's like an epic rap battles of history with Obama, we're talking about the mitt. Bones Arcade.
but the whole precept argument he has tried to push is kind of, in order to be able to read his book in the first place, he's going to jump through the same hoops the expects us to justify our reality and so on.
Yeah.
The only difference between us is we don't go the one God further element.
Yeah, exactly. And also, I'm reading the comments in the back. You have a video queued up of Arcane, don't you?
I do.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to solidify this hangout on your screen, at least temporarily. Go ahead and play that video and turn your volume up so that we can hear this shit. Everyone mute.
Oh, damn, that's so quiet. Let me just turn that up.
Yeah.
Ah, there it is.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. A bird, it breathes.
Sorry, could we go back a bit?
The air just goes straight through. I was just about to say that. A bird, it breathes in, and it goes all the way through the body and comes out the other side. When we're trying to turn that lung into a bird lung, there's got to be some problems in the intermediate stage. Now, how did that bird possibly survive? Almost on borderline.
I think it's about.
Oh my god! Okay, so there you go. Farting birds, Ark of the Covenant, 9/11 conspiracy theories. Yeah, I can see why he was he got fourth. And yes, I see your Skype post, Shadow. You're gonna have to wait like everyone else. Fuckface.
No, I've got something for you if that's the winner.
I'm just thinking of one little thing. Nature documentaries with David Attenborough would be a fuck ton funnier. It was, and here we see the noble pigeons farting their way through the sky. Look, and as was first done in ancient times, I shall light their rear and double their speed.
I think Fiona may need a change of underwear.
Hang on. The birds are taking off. The birds are taking off.
I think you guys are pulling Fiona.
And clearly we can see these mighty, mighty birds preparing for their migration by assaulting the Heinz Beans factory and eating their fill.
Unlike jet planes, they run on methane.
No,
and here we see an exciting new breed, the burning tail feather.
Thank you so much. I mean, look at Fiona. She's dying over there. Hang on, I'm gonna flip it to Fiona's camera. Oh wow.
I could honestly just sit and do an entire fucking sketch of David Attenborough.
We should like take a documentary and just fucking do that shit. We should take an entire documentary on birds and just spoof the fuck out of it.
By the way,
see the queen going for takeoff.
And here we can see the noble eagle shitting its way through the sky. And now it's going into a dive bomb to collect its... Oh, it's lit up its anus. Jeez, it's hitting Mach 4. And
Redline, can I say something?
Go ahead.
Do you know who the person James Ingram is?
Yep.
He just made a comment where he's saying, Redline, you sure love bullying my friends and talking trash about us as well. You don't see G-Man and Veckel and other Christians as well talking trash about you and your buddies.
Yeah. How about
yes,
this? That made Fiona laugh even harder.
That never happens, right? We're the only ones talking trash.
Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore that comment because James, if you want to be nominated for Dumbfuck of the Year, try harder next year, okay? So.
But even more so, we have invited them to have a similar contest.
On the subject of farting birds, can you just imagine it's a pilot saying, "Ladies and gentlemen, we plead like you to fasten your seatbelts because there is a flock of birds ahead, and we're going to be going through some heavy flatulence."
Yeah, okay.
Really, these birds are very tired from the long journey. They're starting to shit on the windscreen.
There you go. All right, so moving on because we have to move on. Seriously, we can do this shit for hours.
If we don't, we'll end up killing Fiona.
Exactly. So moving on. We now have arrived at the top 3.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Now, I'm not going to give any intro to the top 3. The top 3 basically speak for themselves. We'll just go on our merry way and talk about them like we have everyone else, but without the intro because these people need no fucking introduction. In 3rd place, it was very close to 2nd place. It was practically a tie. It separated him from 1 vote from 2nd place.
Holy shit.
1 vote from 2nd place. In number 3, 3rd place, True Talk TV / True Empiricism.
Damn, I was hoping he'd win silver.
Yep, unfortunately, he lost 2nd place at the very end by 1 vote.
So he's sequentially in 3rd place then?
He was sequentially specified for 3rd place, exactly. And I just want to say that I recently made a $200 challenge to him for him to just talk to Sam for an hour and a half, and he refused it. Here's the thing, if you know your fucking shit, wouldn't you take the money? Wouldn't you not only own Sam with your vast scientific knowledge, but you could be taking $200 and donating it to children instead of leaving it in a heathen's hands like myself to spend on pornography?
Or on the other hand, you could simply take the money, then insist on talking about something like music or movies.
Or, if you're like me, you could just take the money, show up, go, "I'm rich, bitches," and leave.
No, I had to stay for the 2 hours.
He would have to say it was just an hour and a half. Now, keep in mind, that was equivalent to me paying him $133 an hour.
Yeah, for me, if someone offered me $200 for an hour and a half of my time, I just need to talk online. I'd do it even if it was me muted the whole time having a wank. Because it's $200 fucking dollars.
Yeah, so what does that say? That says that he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about, and that he wouldn't even back up his bullshit on a Google Hangout, especially a Google Hangout he does not control. Because I've noticed something. He won't enter into a Google Hangout that is not controlled by him or one of his buddies.
Question, is this Blue Balls we're talking about?
Yes, this is Blue Balls.
Oh,
my favourite one is when G-Man refers to him as his scientific advisor.
Well,
yeah,
that's like
G-Man
the fucking
refers to him as a scientific advisor. I tell you what, that's not science, dipshit. This guy said, and I'm dead serious. He said that we found human remains under the K-team boundary. Bullshit. He got the basics wrong in saying that eukaryotic cells does not hinge on the first existence of prokaryotic cells. Bullshit. And my best part is that he said that, quote, sequentially specified information, or what he means by that, is something that is used by, quote, all mainstream scientists. Double, triple bullshit.
Well, the funny thing is you can go to like Google Scholar. You can type in the word sequentially specified information, and how many results you get? 0. Zada. Zilch. Nothing.
It's nada, not Zada. Get your damn words right, boy.
Make
Zada.
Well, let me tell you, if the amount of shit that Ronnie got right could fit on a calculator, here's something for you, Prudent, it would be 0.
Yep. No, it gets even worse so because they actually some people actually did find where that source came from. It came from the Idiot's Guide to Understanding Intelligent Design.
Yep, Nadia on that, yeah.
He also made a video bashing some quote unquote textbook, and what was funny is that Sam actually found where the book was from. I mean, the thing is that it was a top 50 countdown book. They're going to report the facts. It's not a textbook. And yet he wouldn't cite his sources to say, oh, no, it's a textbook. I fucking swear it's a textbook. Then show us it's a fucking textbook, you moron.
And he also has this weird thing against peer review as a whole. Like, he'll say, well, there's been a lot of retractions done in the scientific literature, therefore peer review is unreliable.
Yeah, when you learn something that proves that something old is wrong, you say, well, we fucked up there, so let's change it.
Yeah, this comes from the guy that touched the Discovery Institute.
The whole purpose of peer review?
Often it's more than that, because usually it's the scientist saying, hang on, you're talking bullshit here. Here's where you're wrong.
Yeah.
That's what peer review is.
Right, yeah. It's made for the retractions. Like, what the fuck else would it be? It'd be to change your shit when you messed up.
Yeah,
peer review needs to stop at publication. If even after an article's been published, but it's shown to at least be faulty in some way, then guess what? A retraction can still happen.
Yeah.
And also he was making the claim that Fiona lied. I mean, Fiona, what was up with TE blaming you for lying or something?
He's never told me. He's never told me what it was about. I'm supposed to have lied about him. I've no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah,
he's made so many accusations. I don't know which one he was talking about.
Yeah, when you ask him, didn't he say like, you should know. You go back, you figure it out. You know, blah blah blah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
One thing I will say about TE that came from last year was do you remember the Dickie Dangleberry business? And I've got the video on my channel, Fips, Lies and Raspberry Pis. And TE kept saying he'd seen absolutely no evidence of Dickie Dangleberry having done any of this. So I gave him the link to the Hangout. And I gave him the link to all the source videos where we'd taken our clips from. And it's this big long thread on G+ of TE denying that the link has ever been posted. And I posted it 3 times. And other people are saying she's posted it 3 times. And scroll up, it's there. And he just would not acknowledge that he had been given the link to go and watch it. Even although everybody else in the thread could see the link.
It's because she is apparently close friends with Dickie Dangleberry, and I think it's just hard for him to accept that.
Yeah, but I mean, if everybody else in the thread can see the link has been posted,
yeah, he's either being willfully.
It's hard to deny that it's been posted.
Yeah, there's 2 options here to me. He's either A, being willfully dishonest, which is what I think, or B, he could have cognitive dissonance that's so strong it's off the scale. Honestly, or the latter isn't too unbelievable, if you ask me.
Wait, there is a third option. C, he's a cunt.
His username is
Brian deserves to get 30. He's too fucking boring.
Yeah. By the way, that video that Cliff showed a part of with the birdies on it has also got a clip of true empiricism's gibberish.
Oh yes, word salad, yeah.
Yeah,
with,
word salad.
With the words actually written out so that you can see what they're saying.
Back to that. Yeah, doubling back to that, because if you remember when Arcane said that birds have fart propulsion, that that TE actually agreed with them. It's like, yeah, I was about ready to say that.
Yeah.
So I've got that screen share ready if you still want it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have your screen on, and go ahead, Cliff Jumper. Everyone else, please mute.
Let me just make sure that it's all set right. Pleading with our discussion that we're having with each other. So the subjectivity of your mind, there's no way of determining if your mind is accurately perceiving the same things that I am. I have a hypothesis. Sorry, I'm just going to pause that and do a Scooby-Doo impression. When it comes to Ronnie Rodriguez, I think he thought he learned across somewhere that smart people talk really fast. what we do is we look at things from the press and go into the book, and he tries to incorporate that. And the thing is his brain isn't quite keeping up sometimes, so he has to use other words like and like, and the case is. But the problem is sometimes even then his brain still can't keep up, and so he finally has to stop talking, and he still hasn't gotten to where he wanted to.
That's not what the gospel gap says. It said we don't know, therefore we insert God in there. You don't have any. We don't have any explanation. Yeah, of course.
The brain still isn't like, I thought I got to Christ well, but maybe I didn't. I'll let it sit there though and see what they say, and then what happens is Alex like, yes, that was complete gibbering nonsense.
You know, if you want to be Christian, that's fine. You can be whatever you want to be. I just appreciate it if you weren't fucking out of your mind. Is that too much to ask?
Oh, sorry. It's the end of it.
There you go.
There's two things that always spring to mind when I watch True Empiricism. The first one is just his name. It's cognitive dissonance, isn't it? In True Empiricism.
Yeah, it's the best wow irony name out there.
And he'd also probably do far much better, or maybe is it worse, if he had an internet connection that worked.
Yeah, and actually was able to use something other than a fucking cell phone. Yeah, it gets bad for him. He's I don't know, dude. Internet connection, study up, all that good shit. So True Empiricism, you got 3rd place. So I'm officially awarding you the Better Luck Next Time award for Dumbfuck of the Year. And so we move on to 2nd place. 2nd place is Brett Keane.
You mean butt cream?
Butt cream, sorry.
I call him anusol.
Brett Keane. Brett Keane is a doc-dropping, false-flagging piece of crap, and he made that all the more apparent by, I guess, flagging down my channel, ladies and gentlemen. He tried really hard to stop this awards ceremony, but he has failed miserably. So, Brett, you actually beat True Empiricism by 1 vote. So you have beaten True Empiricism, who had 48 votes, with 49 votes. So, congratulations.
My favorite thing here is that most of his current videos have free speech written on them. And it's like, so free speech by flagging the hell out of people.
Yeah.
Exactly. In fact, his butt buddy J-Dubs was on my Red's Rhetoric channel, which this is actually broadcasting on, and he was basically applauding the fact that my channel got suspended. So what does that say? And he also said that I actually accused him of wanting to false flag this channel, and in fact is going to false flag the channel. He never denied it. This is a butt buddy of Brett Keane. So Brett Keane, I may not have exact evidence for it, but I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say that you fucking did it. In that case, you failed miserably. The award ceremony was going to go on with or without my Redline V8 channel. I mean, holy fuck.
I would just like to point out, if anyone isn't quite sure who Brett Keane is, or would like to learn more about the man's stupidity, the monumental stupidity, please read the Encyclopedia Dramatica article.
Oh yes.
In fact, what I'll do is, Angry, when this is done, we need to make sure that the link to the Encyclopedia Dramatica gets in the comment section. So
I
that
actually
people can read
think
this
I
fucking
have
shit.
the link still.
Then please post that shit. Please post that shit. In fact, Site 1080 did a great parody of him, and I recommend you guys see that as well. Brett Keane is also known for getting shit wrong when it comes to copyright, ladies and gentlemen, because if you remember, he flagged down my video for bullying, even though it was the furthest thing from bullying.
And I would just like to point out that Brett Keane has jumped the fence between atheist and Christian so many times, it's a miracle he hasn't been impaled upon it.
Yeah.
Redline, did you just say that your channel got flagged down for bullying?
Yeah, my channel, no, a video got flagged down for bullying because it was revolving around copyright. He couldn't necessarily get me on the copyright, so he tried to get me on bullying. Well, guess what? That video was right back telling you exactly how it is, because Brett Keane wanted to try and school me. No, motherfucker, you don't school Redline. Redline schools you.
Oh boy.
That's the way that shit works. In fact, there was a recent video. If you type in Brett Keane in the search and you click on the filter to go to just this week, one of the first videos on there is Brett Keane is what, piece of shit, or Brett Keane is an asshole, a fucking asshole, or a fucking cunt, or whatever. And it's by Skylar. So he's definitely made some waves. In fact, Xbox is on the Xbox is scrolling through right now, so I'm just going to click on his screen right now so that you all can see.
Oh, yeah, that one was J-Dubs.
Yeah, this one is J-Dubs. Do you have the Encyclopedia Dramatica? There it is.
Yeah, there you go.
A little internet history. So that is the link. If you see that GIF with him drinking up, go ahead and check it out.
At the top of that Encyclopedia Dramatica page is the Seitan Atheist Brett Keane, the motherfucking opera.
The motherfucking opera.
Yes.
I recommend people...
do you think the recent events that Brett Keane was involved with had some impact on why he managed to beat True Talk?
Yeah, I mean, if you beat True Talk in this type of award ceremony, which is named Dumbfuck of the Year, if you beat True Talk TV, yeah, you have reached a lower than low.
Because especially one thing I really got, there are a few things I really get angry about online, but one of those things is when you try to violate someone else's privacy, and well, as many of you have probably seen with Star Splitter.
He did that shit with Star Splitter.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, he did that shit with Star Splitter and thought he could deny, even though Star Splitter has a screenshot of Brett Keane doing that shit.
Well, he's actually got a video of him doing it.
It was a video. It was a fucking video.
He has banned account.
Doesn't that make you question, though, like, what kind of idiot would still believe Brett King after all of this had happened? What kind of dumb fucker would still believe and have him on his hangouts?
Well,
the thing is that
first place.
Yeah, the dumb motherfucker that would actually do that is the guy that got first place, because process of elimination is a fucking magical thing, isn't it? So, number one, the winner of Dumbfuck of the Year 2015, J-Man!
You're a wanker.
I never doubted him once.
You never doubted him once.
I would just like to throw in and say that, G-Man, you still have to prove to me that your Jeebus is real and that I should worship him. I'm still waiting, motherfucker.
Yep, and so with that, I mean, you have one Dumbfuck of the Year. For that, I just want to say one thing entirely. I mean, everyone else, you're gonna hear it from me, because I gotta say this. I gotta say this. Good luck.
Gonna be breaking flag.
Yeah, man. It's good. It's good. G-Man, you are the winner of Dumbfuck of the Year 2015. G-Man is known for many dumbfuck moments, like, for example, allowing Brett Keane back into his hangouts.
Yep.
There's only so much
prayer.
How can you even count the number of dumbfuck things G-Man has done the entire year of 2014? I lost count, because
I think it is safe to say, if we had a supercomputer running constantly at top capacity, we would be unable to count the amount of dumb fucking shit G-Man has said this year.
But on that note, I do have a list of fucked up claims that have not yet been made by G-Man, but we expect to hear sometime in the upcoming year.
Go ahead, Shadow. I give you the mic.
Okay. Claim number 1. Jesus and the apostles rolled demon-possessed hogs into town. They were the first Christian biker gang. Number 2. The Bible was canonized during the First Council of Nicaea, and after they fired those cannons off, and Bibles rained down on all of Rome, and that's why Constantine converted. Number 3. The reason Jesus never had a lover is because the babies would have been super Nephilim and eaten people, much like Godzilla. Number 4. Paul was a contemporary of Jesus who used to braid his hair while he spoke to the apostles.
Wow.
That's not even. But why are we just
number
focused on?
1? Come on, Brute. And the final one on our list, number 1. Or did I do them the other way? I forget. The reason I call myself chocolate atheist is because I'm cuckoo for Christy Puffs, and it says in the Bible that those that blaspheme for chocolatey goodness will be raptured first.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I remember his chocolate atheist stint because he thought he could, quote, defeat a fallacy.
Yeah.
And the funniest part of that is that in his mind, has a firm belief in the Bible. What he did is got him a first-class ticket to the hot place with bad things happening. So, if you're right, you're wrong.
And the thing is that the thing that makes him Dumbfuck of the Year is that he agrees with number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, all the way to 10. He agrees with Brett Keane. He agrees with True Talk. He agrees with Arcane. He agrees with MG42, Nephilim Free, Rain Campbell, Veckel, Tommy Hall, and Matt Bell. He agrees with all these stupid motherfuckers. And that I mean, when you compound it, there's no reason why he shouldn't be Dumbfuck of the Year. And the people agree because remember, second place and third place being True Talk TV and Brett Keane. True Talk TV got 48 votes. Brett Keane got 49 votes. G-Man got 120 votes.
Not even the same ballpark.
He won by a fucking landslide.
The kind of idiocy that comes out of G-Man is astounding. And my favourite one is his answered prayer.
Yo.
Honestly, the thing that amazes me about it, and I'll just give you a brief idea of why his answered prayer argument is mental. So, in order for his answered prayer to work, we got a bit of feedback, Shadow. In order for his answered prayer to work, so the way things happened is that he finds next to his house or something a CD player, a bunch of CDs, and a locked safe. And he thinks that God gave it to him because his sister was being kicked out or something, and he needed some money to put a deposit down on a new place. So what happened was, instead of thinking, maybe some guys went and robbed someone's house and dumped them, and maybe I should turn this in, he went, no, answer prayer. So in order for this to work, God screwed over someone else by having them robbed, and then G-Man finds this locked safe and breaks into it. Now, not only was God giving him somebody else's safe, but it was someone's locked safe. Why didn't he just find a lottery ticket on the ground which had $3,000 worth in it or something, But not only that, he becomes a criminal to do it, because the law for New Jersey, is that if you find over $200, it's like a big fine and 3 to 5 years in jail if you don't hand it in.
Yeah, my favorite.
So God screwed over someone else, gave him a locked safe, and made him a criminal in the process, and that's his answered prayer argument.
Well, keep in mind, he also thinks that there's no such thing as starving Christians.
Yes.
He thinks there's no such thing as starving Christians. So I guess that means if you're starving and if you're a Christian, well, too bad, motherfucker. It looks like you're not one.
No.
Redline.
He said
you're a
Christian.
starving Christian, then either you're fasting, you're a sinner, or something third also added in. So you are doing something wrong.
No, as G-Man said himself, he didn't say that there were no starving Christians. He said just that Christians don't starve.
Yeah, my bad.
And the difference is?
I know!
Yeah, exactly.
In that case, can I put a little test to G-Man? If you really believe Christians can't starve, can you kind of stop eating for a couple days and see what happens?
No, actually, he did say that there are no starving kids in Africa because the Christians go there and feed them.
Oh, and the ones that aren't, they're either the ones that aren't starving, they're deliberately doing it because they're either fasting or picky.
Yeah.
Picky was the one I forgot.
I
They're
would
picky,
just like to
yeah,
say,
even though they're skin and bones, and will eat the scraps of meat that you'll just push to the side.
yeah, and I would just like to say, if he's going to go on the rant of Christian missionaries go out there to give them food, no, they go out there to give them Bibles.
I mean, come on, guys. In all fairness, these are knowledge claims. Can you show me a starving Christian?
Well, no. Even more so than that, you have to keep in mind those Bibles are awful tasty.
Yeah.
True. And
Yes.
they do make
Yeah.
excellent rolling paper for joints.
Didn't he ask to be shown a raped slave recently?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. The thing is that we've actually again, I'll go back to Skylar because he does such a great job at this. He actually posted a bunch of pictures of children in Africa. You know, they're skinning, they're holding out their hand, begging for food, and it's like, is God gonna help these people? And then right underneath it says, nope, I gotta give G-Man a fucking safe full of money.
Yep.
Yeah, but G-Man's argument is, were they Christians? You haven't proved that they're Christians holding up their arms.
Yeah.
You also can't prove that God didn't do anything for them.
But he also claimed that Skylar in the video had said that those children were Christians. And if you go back and you listen, Skylar never ever said that.
Mm-hmm.
And G-Man is still to this day saying that Skylar said those children are Christians.
Isn't that was the title of Skylar's video after that was The Lying Liar Who Just Couldn't Stop Lying.
Yeah.
That's how we all view G-Man to a point, though. The most interesting claim I think I've heard from him was one that he made, I think right towards the end of 2014, or it could have been at the beginning of 2015. He doesn't know what the fuck the animal kingdom is, or what a kingdom in biology is. And he said, okay, if there's an animal kingdom, who's their king?
That one killed me.
Right.
Yeah, that was funny as fuck. So keep in mind, G-Man is like, we show a picture of starving children in Africa. And it's like, is God going to help these people? Nope. Apparently, God's going to help G-Man, find some money in a locked safe and become a criminal as a result. Stupid bullshit. And people agree. That's why he got 120 votes.
Yeah.
Well, isn't it obvious that God left the safe for him and Satan locked it?
I would just
seriously in a contest in a contest where you are free to vote for any one of them, like you can throw like multiple votes out there. People still found the need to just come in and just vote for G-Man.
He wanted that guy to win. Think about it. We had, total everything up. We have over 400 votes total. G-Man got 120 of them. Second place only had 49. Not even half of what G-Man had.
Yeah. I think that says it all, really.
Yeah. The other problem is G-Man has a memory like a goldfish suffering with dementia.
Yeah.
There was one about a week or so ago,
I think a better thing to compare him to was 10-Second Tom from the movie 50 First Dates.
Wow, you're giving him an extra 10 seconds?
An actual 10 seconds.
He was talking to Skylar, and Skylar said, "Is that the Christian thing to do?" And like a minute or so later, G-Man says that he claimed that G-Man wasn't a Christian.
Yeah.
Wow. G-Man. I say congratulations on receiving the Dumbfuck of the Year award for 2015. I'm just going to tell you this much. You get an actual award. Not the Golden Crocoduck Award is, I think, fictional. No one actually got one. There is an actual fucking trophy with mine. It's being 3D printed as we speak. I couldn't necessarily get the guy's head up the ass, but instead I 3D printed a dildo. So there you go. It's a dildo on top of a trophy, and on the dildo it says Defoe. So D for dumb, F for fuck of the year. So Defoe, right on the dick. And all you need to do is give me an address to send it, and it will be yours.
Here's an interesting thought. Since he's such a blunt tool, why is G-Man always axing questions?
Axing? Yes, it's ask.
It's like, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
I kind of wish that G-Mon was here just so that I could be reminded of all the times I slammed my face into my desk. I do still have an indentation that I have called the G-Man mark.
Yes.
Actually, here's what I'll do. I'll have a professionally made hat ready for G-Man, and it says Dumbfuck of the Year winner 2015. Come on.
Wait. Pumpkin, did you just say you have a G-spot on your forehead?
Well, now that you're talking like that, I do.
That reminds me of something, actually.
Wasn't he number 10?
This reminds me of something that G-Man said, I think it was last week. And if you didn't know that there was somebody called Angry Pumpkin, you'd be baffled, because he was talking about a hangout he'd been in, and he said, I felt as if I was surrounded by angry pumpkins. I fell about laughing because I thought, if you don't know there's somebody going by that name.
The difficulty with G-Man is that ignorance can be cured, but stupidity cuts to the bone.
Yes,
The thing
exactly.
the thing
So
that I
literally-
love about that so much, Fiona, is it has been months since I last spoke to G-Man, and he's still talking about me.
Still talking about you.
That makes me feel simultaneously so happy and despoiled at the same time. I want to just crawl into the bath and scrub all my skin off.
Here's the thing. It's like, to the surprise of literally nobody, G-Man won this G-Man won this competition. Hands down,
Landslide.
landslide victory. 100. Think about it. Second place and third place didn't even get half the amount of votes that G-Man got. G-Man got 120 votes.
Mm-hmm.
Holy fuck.
Yeah,
I'm quite surprised Jason Burns wasn't on the list, but then again, probably because he actually plagiarizes everybody else's material, he can't really be called Dumbfuck, you know.
I have a
actually
request.
just remembered something. When we were talking about Brett Keane, did we mention the book?
Yeah, we'll get to that in a sec. But first things first, because I was actually planning this, to the 41 people currently watching this hangout. I have a request of all of you. Since G-Man has won Dumbfuck of the Year, I want you all to make a comment and plus G-Man's name in that comment to this hangout and say one word: congratulations. Everyone, please, all of you, do it now. Plus G-Man's name in your comment and simply type congratulations. Let's get as many people as fucking possible to do this. I'm going to do it right now.
Yeah.
So plus G-Man. And then I'm going to put congratulations.
His name isn't coming up.
He's probably deleted. Same here.
I was having trouble tagging people the other night.
Face man.
I think it happens when you're blocked sometimes.
Yay! I'm still blocked.
Yeah.
I wonder.
Don't bank on it, because I was having trouble tagging people the other night there, and so instead of putting the tag as the first word, I was putting it somewhere in the middle of the post instead, and it was working.
Yeah. Plus. I mean, it's. We gotta say, plus G-Man, congratulations. So even if you can't plus it, just say plus G-Man, whatever. So because he'll see it and he'll at least know you attempted.
Well, mine's on.
Yep, I was able to plus it. So there we go. Congratulations, Dumbfuck XD.
I just sent it.
Jim Tones. Thank you, good sir.
I shot it to him in Skype, and if you'll give me the YouTube link on the side, I'll shoot him the YouTube link.
Yep. So with that, I'm going to go down the list one more time, and then that will actually conclude it for Dumbfuck of the Year 2015, guys. So in 10th place, Matt Bell with 11 votes. In 9th place, Tommy Hall with 24 votes. In 8th place, Veckel with 25 votes. 7th place, Rand Campbell with 25 votes. 6th place, Nephilim Free with 33 votes. 5th place, MG42 Pillbox with 35 votes. 4th place, Art Kane with 37 votes. Third place, True Talk TV with 48 votes. Brett Keane with 49 votes in second place. And first place with 120 votes, G-Man. Like a boss.
I don't know if that's really boss. Or the,
All right. How about this? Like a Dumbfuck boss.
There you go.
There you go. Like a true Dumbfuck boss. You are the boss of Dumbfucks.
Yeah.
Guys.
Creme de la creme of fail.
Yep.
Yes.
And to the rest of the guys, I just want to say, better luck next year. All you have to do is be the biggest Dumbfuck on YouTube.
Well, the thing that makes G-Man is that he's consistent. I mean, he was running Hangouts all fucking year long. I mean, True Empiricism or Arcane, they just kind of come and go, and they come back when they feel like it. But G-Man, man, like, give him credit. He's consistent.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, well, it's got. Obviously, we're going to have to start the new cult of G-ism. But don't write it out.
Yeah, G-Manism. Okay, so before we actually end this hangout, there's something I forgot to say at the very beginning. There is a chance, ladies and gentlemen, that this hangout will get flagged to oblivion. So once you're able to, as soon as possible, do download this hangout. I will make it Creative Commons as soon as possible. Download this hangout, mirror the fuck out of it, and help us spread the fact that G-Man has won Dumbfuck of the Year, and help spread the fact that we had this little hangout and we had a kick-ass time doing it. I hope to see you all again for Dumbfuck of the Year 2016, but until then, my name is Redline, and have a good night. But before I say good night, I should say, hey Maria, say what you gotta say and get the fuck out.
Well, here's a small little message to G-Man. Okay. G-Man, you can't sing for shit. And I want your head. Toodle.
Kinky. Cliff Jumper, say what you gotta say and get the fuck out.
Congratulations, B-Man. What a thing to win, eh?
There you go. Fiona, say what you gotta say and get the fuck out.
Jism for the win.
There we go. And Irish, say what you gotta say and get the fuck out.
G-Man, congratulations for winning this auspicious award. And I would also like to say, it's so adorable that you remember me after all this long time. So, having said that, move the fuck on, you dumb piece of shit. You make me fear for the future of humanity.
Thank you very much, Irish. That was beautiful. Next, Prudent, say what you guys say and get the fuck out.
You're a champion, G-Man. You have set the standards high, man. I just have to ask one more thing to you, Redline. Is it possible for him to get re-nominated for 2016, or are you going to do the thing that Potholer did where he actually can't, past winners can't be nominated to win again?
I'll have to think about that. I'll discuss it with many YouTubers and see what the best course of action is. But in the meantime, get the fuck out.
Fuck off. Fuck you, I'm staying here, asshole. How about that? What do you say to that?
That's what I say to that.
Yep.
Okay. So, Shadow, say what you gotta say and get the fuck out.
Actually, my comment is a question to you, Redline, on the Shadow Heathen Hangout account. In about an hour, I'm doing a shuffle. You coming?
I am gonna be arriving.
Rock on. I'll catch you there. Take care.
Sounds good. Shaggy! Shaggy in the house. Say what you gotta say and get the fuck out.
I'll just gladly or happily remind G-Man then that who won this award that Sweden is still not in the Middle East, so hopefully he will learn that someday. And that's all.
Buy a globe, fucking idiot. Sokka, say what you gotta say and get the fuck out.
G-Man, stop running away from debates, and Jason Burns, better luck next year.
Yep, better luck next year. Next, Xbox, say what you gotta say and get the fuck out.
Yeah, fuck you.
Fuck you too. And with that, G-Man, congratulations. You are the Dumbfuck of the Year. My name is Redline, and as always, have a good night.